tick, tick, tick. Comey's longtime friend just posted this seriously ominous tweet. The dates just don't add up for Comey's claims of his leaking after the fact. James Comey has outed himself in various ways recently, and many of those can be proven via the very social media that Trump utilizes daily. Well played, Mr. President. Comey is and always has been a leaker, and we can almost guarantee that many of the issues arising even before the election was won by Trump were in fact due to leaks by Comey. The left wants to claim Russian collusion when it is Comey collusion, and it is all on the Democratic side, according to young conservatives. After former FBI Director James Comey last testified before Congress, before the House Intelligence Committee, it became very clear that he was quite manipulative. Indeed, he basically admitted that saying that he had leaked memos of his conversations with President Donald Trump in order to obtain a special counsel, which in fact he managed to achieve. This despite his leaking and despite lying about that leaking during testimony. He claimed, for example, that he leaked to the New York Times after Trump tweeted out there might be tapes. In fact, the timeline shows he was already leaking to the Times as they published a story which referenced the information in the memos on May 11th. Trump's tweet wasn't until May 12th. But now there may be more manipulation afoot. Now that Trump was forced to admit that he had not actually made any tapes, a tweet obviously made to try to keep Comey honest, suddenly two events happened. Comey is seen going into the New York Times building in New York City to attend a charity event at a law firm that had in an office in the same building. But nothing prohibited him from meeting with anyone he might want to while he was in the building for approximately 3 hours. And now a friend of Comey's, who has previewed some of Comey's information dropping in the past, Benjamin Witz, is promising that there is a bomb to drop shortly. Here is more on it from Daily Caller. Benjamin Witz, a senior fellow at the Brookings Institution, posted an anonymous message on Twitter on Friday. It goes tick, 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 and so forth. The lawyer who blogs at Lawfare has posted similar messages in the past, just before major stories in the ongoing Trump-Comey saga hit the New York Times. Witz had posted this on May 16th, right before the story about the memo dropped in the New York Times. Witness was also the source, or Witz, I would assume, was also the source for the New York Times in a story saying that Comey had told him at a lunch meeting that he sought to distance himself from Trump. Comey felt that Trump was attempting to cozy up to Comey in hopes of quashing the ongoing Russia probe, which doesn't exist, by the way, right before that he dropped this tweet. It's not for whistleblowing, but retaliatory, because all the directed leaks began after Comey was fired. Leaks from Comey's friend began after Trump fired him on May 9th. Comey testified earlier this month that he was angered by Trump's remarks criticizing his management of the FBI. James Comey is nothing more than a man scorned who went out of his way to try and twist the truth against his former employer over a bitterness that he was fired. If Comey is scummy enough to do all of this and cause a special committee to form over his crybaby antics, which I would not call it. I despise when these people write these idiot things on the... It irritates me. Because it's not crybaby. This is very intentional, it's very crooked, and it's very deceiving, and we the American people deserve answers. Getting back to the story. to make us think he isn't low enough to the very person who has been leaking classified information for months. Now we have to wait for this idiot Witz, Benjamin Witz, for Monday. It seems like a major story is going to break, another leak, so to speak. And what would make Comey go to the New York Times and the dumb liberals, because a couple of them commented on my channel that when I mentioned that Comey was at the New York Times on that thing, and they said, oh, he went there for a fundraiser, and what are you making out of this? Like, you know, like it's totally innocent. And now he spent 3 hours over there, and now this comes out from this idiot friend of his who has this ticking time bomb as if something seriously, you know, is going to happen. But we'll keep you informed because they're saying for Monday. Let's see what comes out. Let's see what this idiot has to say. And again, thank you for watching, and comment on the below and let us know what you think, you know, because this is like totally ridiculous. I've had it with this corruption. I just want to see them put away. I'm like very impatient about this. Thank you again.